first stream ever. It's going to be interesting. For those of you who don't know, it's Shakedown. It's round 7 of 8, so second last one. Every Shakedown round has got a different format. So tonight we're doing some practice, quali, race, quali, and then another race. So it should be interesting. We've got a relatively big field. I think it's about 15 people who will join tonight. A couple of things to be aware of is it's variable conditions. So there's going to be lots of rain, damp weather, dry weather, bit of everything going on, I think. Should be interesting. Going around Mount Panorama is normally hard enough as it is. So this should be fun. Yeah, so hopefully we'll speak to Jim still after this race. Couple of Bentleys there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of Bentleys, couple of Porsches, couple of Ferraris. Yeah, so missing my friend Joper tonight. And if he's watching, thanks for watching. This is my first stream, so I don't even know if it's streaming, if everything's going well, I don't know. Other things to take note of is there's only 3 sets of dry tires for the whole event. So if let's say there's 5 sessions, practice quali, we will most likely have a bit of an issue with dry tires. So we'll definitely try to not burn them up in practice, I reckon. So I'll probably not go out and practice just to save some tires. I have somehow managed to put the feed the wrong place. Let's see if I can move that. Bottom right. Alright, so hopefully that works. Yeah, it's the 7th race. We've got Alberto currently leading the championship with 200 points. I'm second. It's my first ever proper season with Shakedown, and even in this game, haven't played this game much. And you'll probably also see that from this game there's 1,000 more things to set up than any other game. It's all about tire pressures, so when it's raining and being cold, you've got to set up not just your aero and all that, but it's tire pressures and camber and caster and a lot of things I don't know much about, anti-roll bars, and so been trying to catch up with the game, so to speak. So should be fun. See, as I said, there's only 3 sets of dry tires, so not sure that I want to go out at this stage. You'll see there also that we've got Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so it's a whole weekend, different races on different days, and because they've got variable weather, there's a very, very good chance we'll see rain maybe in 1 or 2 of the sessions. So unlimited wet tires, but not unlimited dry tires. So I think the guys to watch tonight, just reading from the top there, Baz, who's the local alien. Bailey, he's very, very quick. Whip attack. Ashley, he's a bit of a Bathurst specialist. Alberto's quick everywhere. And I actually noticed earlier in one of the practice sessions when I just hopped on that Clockade, I think it's, not sure who that is, but he's also extremely quick around here in the Ferrari. The Ferrari tends to be very good around here anyway, but so yeah, field's up to 15 people at the moment. Few people chancing their arm and a lot of people sitting in the pits protecting their dry tires. So that is quite funny. Yeah, it's interesting to stream. I've never done this before whilst racing, talking and being on camera, so it definitely adds a different dimension. I'll try my best not to swear too much when things do go wrong, as it typically does around here. Yeah, as you can see, Alberto practice run, first lap out already at 2:04. So to give you some indications, I think on dry, cold, like this kind of temperature, and a green track, I think a 2:03 flat, or maybe a 2:00 high in 2:02 should be pole. And then wet, depends on how wet it is, can go all the way probably to like a 2:16 or 2:15. So we'll see as the conditions change. Yeah, so Alberto protecting his, trying to protect his lead, I reckon, this race. He's got Jim for company, his friend, and they'll be a force to be reckoned with. I have never done so many laps around Bathurst in a week. We did the GT4 earlier, and that was interesting. Let's maybe just hop onto Alberto's cam here, just see how he's going. I hope the audio levels are managed to disconnect my speaker. So much to think about. Camera, lights and action. Fan right next to me to keep me cool during the evening. Oh, there we go. Alberto doing a 2:03.3. That is extremely quick for the only his second lap. I don't know how much he's practiced off air, but that's a very good time. Bailey just a little bit behind, already back into the pits. So yeah, unfortunately with a limit on the tyres, they kind of forcing us to probably not have the most busy session. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks Joper, good to have you on board, man. Hopefully I won't bore you, mate. It is my very first stream with lights and action and everything else, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, thanks, I'll need it, man. I'll probably do what Alberto just did then a few times tonight. Probably hit the wall. I hit the wall, so to speak, on the GT4s all too often the other night. I'll try my best to stay off. The GT3 seems to be a bit better around here, around the top. It's got more downforce with wings and stuff, so I tend to be more okay with it, but yeah, with variable weather, that should be fun. Let's hope. I am fighting for the championship. I will admit it's a little bit nerve-wracking. It's my first season, full season with Shakedown, and yeah, interesting to be at the pointy end. Have only played this for I think about 6-7 months now, and yeah, coming to the pointy end of the first season. So round 7 of 8, only 2 to go. So yeah, Jopa, I hope the mic is good and the audio is good. I haven't done this before, mate, so drop me a comment so I could just know if there is something I've got to adjust, because I'm not sure. But a lot of people just sitting on the pits waiting. Alright, cool, man, thanks. I'll try not to swear, Jopa. I'll try and keep this clean, because my wife has also told me that when I make errors in the pit stop. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then I lose a lot of I don't know. I'll just see how it goes first. I haven't raced with the camera on, so I've put the little square. Maybe I'll make it a bit bigger next time and see how that goes. I'm worried I can't see. I need a lot of space to see as much as possible, which is partly one of the reasons I'm currently racing these days in this weird dash cam. Probably shouldn't, bottom cam I think it's called. No, it's core to my value, man, to try and keep it clean. So, but yeah, this does not always bring out the best side of me. I used to do the dash cam behind the wheel. I like that, but recently tried with all the close racing. I'm trying this view for the last 3 or 4 races to just see if I can get better understanding of where people is at. I don't have 3 screens and looking left and right set up. I like to focus ahead, so hopefully having more real estate helps. So it's all new. So yeah, a bit of a wasted session really, unfortunately. And also qualifying split into 2 for those guys at home maybe watching. I think they've got a neutral 1 minute at the beginning, and then they've got a 7-minute quali for the silver, and then a 7-minute quali for the pro drivers. So they've split the team up into 2 halves so that we're not all on the track at the same time. So I'll be going in the second section, so a bit of viewing time ahead of us. Time to hydrate. So yeah, it's only Dave out on track. 2 minutes left. I think maybe if they made it 4 sets of tires, I would have been able to go out and do a few laps, but I'm not going to waste my dry tires on practice. I've probably done enough laps around here. 2 or 3 more laps won't help. I am where I am. It's a weird thing streaming yourself like this. I'm not sure if I'm happy or comfortable with it. Yeah, hopefully it won't be a full wet race. I'm hoping at least for 1 dry. I'm happy with a wet as well, but there's a few other people I reckon that's a little bit quicker than me. But I think what Joper means there is, yeah, with a variable weather, 3 should be enough for the 5 sessions, but you never know. Some of the practice service, I noticed that it was like a 1 dry, 1 wet, 1 dry, 1 wet. So if this is dry, there should hopefully be dry, 3 dries. And I'm glad that there's 2 qualifying sessions for each race, so you get to put yourself in a different spot if you screw up one of them, which is good. Yeah, some guys to watch will be obviously always Jim, Bailey, Local Alien, and Alberto, championship leader. This Clockade was quick in practice in the wet, very quick. And Ashley, our other teammate, the other one's watching, the other one's online with me. Hopefully we won't find each other on track, as we so often do, and then we try and give each other more space, and it normally ends bad anyway. So yeah, let's hopefully we can keep it clean. I would say those are probably the 4 or 5 people to watch tonight. It's going to be a race of attrition, that's for sure. 20 seconds left of the session. So qualifying is about to begin. I think they will then have the neutral 1 minute, and then 7 minutes, 7 minutes. So not sure if I'm 100% happy with my setup, but we will find out. So I feel like I've done more testing than for some other races in the past. So, but yeah, this is it's the ultimate challenge. It's another dry session, so that is great. So you've got dry qualifying, looking 30 minutes ahead. It looks like it will be dry when I go out as well. So at least the first quali will be a dry one. A couple of guys queuing at the pit exit, so that's good. We'll view a few. So 1920. I'll just quickly load a quali setup that I've got in here. 1920. I reckon that should be good. And then we'll watch a few of the silver guys. Somehow that number 93 Ferrari is also a silver driver. This season it's probably his last because he is extremely quick. I reckon he'll be a good watch for his quali lap, so I'll do that. What I might do, yeah, you can't change the view unless I get into my car, which I think I'm not allowed to do at the moment. So we'll just watch this cam, that's alright. So yeah, recording this mainly for sharing the little hobby with some family back home. Spend enough time doing it, might as well record it and share it. So my dad got me into all things racing when I was little, so maybe a bit to give back. He loves watching all kinds of racing, MotoGP and various things, and yeah, it's good to, hopefully he enjoys it. Hopefully I don't screw up, and so it should be good. But yeah, so we can maybe talk through the format and things like that again. So we've got 7 minutes of qualifying now, and then another 7 minutes after that. So they do the silver class and then the pro class, as they call it. It's just two different splits in the field to give people more open space on track for the qualifying. This track is a long track, you probably don't need it, but it's how they've run the whole season. And then it's a 30-minute sprint race today where we don't have to pit. So if it starts out being wet and stays wet, you can stay out on the wet or the dry tires, so no need for fuel or tires. But if you bin it against one of the walls, you might need to fix some damage. So hopefully that won't happen tonight. And I think it's 300 points for the win. So with these amount of people running and a few other fast guys, my hope is that we get a fairly decent result and hopefully gain some ground on Alberto, Spanish bull, who's kind of currently leading. It's an interesting series. So Shakedown, I really enjoy racing with them. It's a really clean racing, fair racing, hard racing, not need for a lot of stewards and things like that, which is really good. Everybody respects each other on the track. And at the moment it's a Spanish guy in an Australian championship leading the way from a South African with a Kiwi third. So we'll need to get the Aussies up that ladder for the next season, I reckon. Coming here through the dipper, I'm actually not that good. Just looking at some of the lines these guys run. In the GT4s, I lost probably half a second every lap to Ashley through there. He's just so fast down that section. Somebody binned it. It was a yellow number 60 sniper. He had an accident on top of the mountain, so he's now stretched for time. This is looking like a very, very solid opening lap for... don't know how you say the PSN ID. Clockade? Chocolate? Not sure. Clockade. He's very, very fast. Let's see what the time is. 2:03.8. That will beat a lot of the pro drivers, including myself potentially. That's a really, really fast lap for green track. So he's straight away on speed. You'll see there Glasso 5 seconds off. Dave 2.6 off. So yeah, he's looking like the man to beat in silver tonight, that's for sure. So I was lying. I said it's 7 minutes split, 7 minutes split. I just noticed it's a 21 minute quali, which means it's 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I should probably have focused on the driver's briefing prior. Oh, that was close. He's on the edge. He's pushing very hard. This is going to be a really good lap. Yeah, so we've got about 5 minutes before we go out for our 10 minutes. So I'll probably will have to recalculate my fuel. 10 minutes. I'll probably be able to do 4 laps for qualifying, 5 with the out, if I'm lucky. So I'll probably need about 18 litres of fuel, just quickly calculating, 17. And I'll try and keep it clean and just do lap after lap. It's pointless going back in the pits and losing time every time, but get the tyre temps up and see how it goes. So Sniper and Ghost, Urban Ghost not yet with times. Urban Ghost just popped in full. Uh, 203.1. That's probably good enough for pole, outright pole, to be honest. I honestly think that that's going to be a really, really tough time to beat. I think my fastest lap I was able to do in the dry on these conditions was like a 203 flat in practice service. So that's extremely fast. Pressure is on. Amazing job there, second place for Les. He's been practicing hard this week, and yeah, he's found a lot of pace there. That's really, really good. I'm glad to see him up there. He does use all the road and some there, more than I actually do, so maybe that's where I lose some lap time. Trying to catch some tips. Almost flat out through there. McPhillamy Park, and then coming down this section. I'm not that good with all the names, but I do know that the one right at the bottom is Forest Elbow. I do quite like this section. Oof. If you get it right, it's very satisfying. If you bin it, it's not so much, but he's already on probably a pole lap there, so with 2 minutes left, I don't know if he's going to go out again. I do love the Lexus sound though. I'm not a fan of driving it, but it's such a cool engine. Yeah, famous corners of famous tracks. Love it. I should probably put up a map or something of it when I try and do commentary, so I can do a better job at it, but anyway. I do know that this is Conrod Strait, because it's one of the longest straights in the world on a racetrack, and this is the chase. Not 130R, mate. I reckon that's Japan somewhere, from memory. That was the chase, and this is just the last corner. I call this the last corner, so I don't know what the name is. Yeah, man. Eau Rouge, one of my favorite. If you're a motorsport fan, it's probably one of your favorite corners anywhere in the world. Very iconic. Bathurst is iconic as it is, especially if you keep it clean and do a good time. So we've got about 50 seconds left, so I'm going to try and get into my setup here, just to refresh it, get my fuel right. So let's put 18 litres in, be safe. Probably do 5 laps around. I'm on my first dry tyre set, there's only 3. And track temp is 1920, so it's as I've set this up, so it should be fine. Not going to change anything else. Yeah, thanks Joper, hopefully it goes well, mate. Yeah, That's alright, find some better friends somewhere, man. Good luck with that. Alright, so I'm gonna crawl out of the pits. As you can see, everyone's queuing up already. So yeah, we'll try this this cam. I've also got this weird dashboard, the inboard dashboard on the sitting on the nose here, which you typically would see in the car. I like it because it's easier for me to see the revs where I need to change gears. So he's sitting behind Alberto here, which is good. I've got a good feeling he'll run a very good lap, or somebody's off. It's probably further on. So yeah, I probably won't talk as much whilst I'm focusing, trying to do a couple of quick laps here. It's got some level of importance, this quali. It's one of those tracks you do not want to start at the back of the pack, especially down this section, because you lose so much time in the train. Ideally you want to be somewhere around the pointy end. I'll just ride the brake, get the brakes to heat up and transfer some of that heat into the tires. It's probably the best way to build up the pressure. Not necessarily the surface temp, but yeah. So Alberto's gone, so good 6-7 seconds in front of us. I reckon that should be sufficient time. Try to look after the tires. Map 1, traction control, everything looks good. Tires may be a bit cold for this first run. Here we go. Not the best first corner there. Whatever that corner is called. So we'll check our delta there to Alberto. It looks like we caught up made up some time on that first straight there, which is very interesting. Thanks for that, Joper. I'm sure that's exactly what it's not called. Oh, I had to lift there. Not good. I can safely say that was one of my worst runs down that hill in a lot of practice so far, so I'm gonna have to do better. It's probably all the emojis popping up on my feed, it's not helping. I think I probably lost a second through that section there, so hopefully second lap goes better. Oh, completely overshot it, completely missed my breaker marker. Not good. Now I'm gonna be try and safely rejoin if I can finally recover the car. So I'll go behind Ashley here. That lap wasn't going to be good anyway, so not too bad, but the tyres are dirty now. So not ideal. Luckily no damage, so it's alright. So I braked a bit earlier there, the dirty tyres. I'm going to have to just get a banker lap in, which I haven't got yet, and I do not want to start at the back. So just looking at those tyre temps after that spin, definitely too high now. Probably attacking way too hard now, feeling desperate. Not a great lap, but it will be a banker. Hopefully we can keep it clean. Remember to brake at our braking marker. It's the third one, not the second one. That will help. Probably brake a little bit earlier there than I wanted to, but just trying to get a lap on the board here. .2039, currently fourth. Yeah, not ideal, but not too bad for a banker. So the folks watching that don't know the game, you'll see at the top left it's got a bit of a delta running against my previous best time. So you get a bit of a reference point as to how you're going. And so it will be my aim to try and get into the 202s. Really struggling through the cutting there, which is strange. I used to be quite good through there. In the middle of the road there, what did not help at all. I'm offline now, and I was on a really good lap there. No fair, man. When people hit the wall, they should just get off the track. That screwed me over. I was up 4/10. I don't know where they would have put me. I don't even want to look. So we've got one to go. Five seconds behind this guy in front. I don't know if that's enough. Hopefully it is. So I don't want to catch him on this next lap, because this will be our second last attempt. In fact, no, last lap, last amount of fuel. So this is it. It's now or never. So I know there's more time in there. Fifth is not where I want to be. Sorry Alberto if I shouted there, man, but yeah, definitely compromised me there a bit, mate. Not that you can hear me, but you know. So currently on track for a 2035. I think there's some time in this chase corner, probably a tenth or so, so if I'm lucky I'll get a 3034. Super aggressive on the pedal there, which did not help. The loud pedal. Ah, chucked it away. Super aggressive there. So easy to oversteer on these cars. So there we go. I probably would have only been on Alberto's pace anyway. So not sure if they would have put me anywhere else, but yeah, not an ideal starting position. Alright, mate, you're gonna have to teach me about that. I'm not sure what that means. Force feedback is clipping. So Bailey with a 2030. Yeah, that's probably what I can do when I get it right. So very disappointed not to be up there. Championship contenders 1, 2 and 3 starting from 5th, 6th and 7th. So we got a bit of a break to the next race, and the first sprint race is a 30 minutes. So we've had 2 dry sections so far, or sessions I should say. Yeah, so that is definitely not ideal. I think the one lap where I had good pace, Alberto probably had an accident, so unfortunate. That's racing. We're 6, could be worse, could be 16th. Got a silver driver in pole there. Well done, mate, that's amazing. And it's raining. Damp though, and less rain later. 21, 27. This is interesting. So I've got a damp setup, which I haven't raced in a long time. It was one of the first ones I set up. So I think I need wet tires. Because it's wet, brake pads too should be good. Enough fuel, so that's good. Pit stop strategy there. I've got one for wets, which is the same, so just to keep that in mind. Yeah, engine map 1 should be good. I'll run higher traction control initially. The rest of the settings is almost dry, but what I will do is I will make the camber at the front a little bit less, and also at the back, just to get more contact patch on the ground. And I'm tempted to change the ride height, but I'm not sure how much I should change. I've not really run this setup much, so I think I'll need to just trust it as it is. Probably move the brake bias backwards a bit as well. So a couple of last minute adjustments. These are things I read up, which is good to do if the race throws you a lemon. You'll see after 30 minutes it's going to dry up completely. So it's going to go almost dry track. So I'm going to put my temps a little bit down as well. The wets will run out of... We're all going to overheat. We are all going to overheat. I don't know if I should start on dries now. Oh, so difficult. I've got a dry setup to pit if I need to, but I reckon I'm going to try and make my wets last. I'll just put them under pressure to start with. And hope that there's enough track, and I should have gone because there's only 10 seconds left. Am I going to make the pits? Am I going to make the start? Just. Alright, So definitely scrambling here to Moted at the moment. Race is about to get going. It's wet. Hi Malcolm, thanks for stopping by, mate. So yeah, this is a wet track. I don't know if I should have started on dries or not. I am on wets. The track looks like it's going to dry out, so after 30 minutes it looks like there's no more rain. So I reckon we'll all have overheating tires. So I'm not actually going to heat up my tires at all. Starting behind the Spanish Bull. Such a tough track to pass on as well, and I don't know what everybody else is on in terms of wets or dry tires. So yeah, I'm purposely thinking I shouldn't heat these tires up too much because they are bound to overheat during this race. Stopping is not really an option. It's a 30-minute sprint. Stop is about a minute. And to make that back up is going to be difficult, so I think the way I'm approaching this is just to try and keep it off the wall and see if I can make the tires last and see where we end up. Try and stay out of trouble. As you can see, my tire temps, I have barely done anything and they're almost already at 29. So for wets you want them to be between 29.5 and 30. So with no moisture on the track at the moment, or very little to speak of, I think I should have gone on dry tires. So I might rue this decision. And yeah, anyway, if they overheat then we'll go and stop for tires, get some clean track and see how that goes. So Ashley starting from third. This should be very interesting, but just looking at the track surface, there's barely any water. So if some of the guys in front of me is on slicks, they'll be slow. So I'll probably have to try and get past them. If they're clever, unlike me, they probably did start on slicks. With with not a lot of people weaving in front of me, I wonder if everybody is on wets. It's going to be an interesting race. So yeah, first race there will be streaming. Sprint round 7. First of 2 races in this round, and yeah, and we're at Bathurst. So sitting behind Andy here in another Bentley with Alberto next to us for company. Tires are way too hot. This is going to be really difficult. Hopefully Andy gets a good start in front of us as well.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the left, 3 wide, all clear, clear on the left.
Got through the first corner. Jim did a little sneaky on the inside there. We have to take the outside line here now. Got a tap there on the inside by Andy. Not sure what he was doing there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Not a track you can pass on easily through there. So Andy is definitely going to have to get on with it to not make us lose too much time. Somebody's off. Maybe behind us, couldn't see. Try and get a better exit than Andy here. Could jam right on our bumper as well. And he left such a wide gap there. I had to try. I'm going to give Jim space here. Hopefully I've got better straight line speed than him, which indeed I have, which is great news for the rest of the races. Tire temps, just looking at that, I'm already overheating. So this is going to be interesting to see how...
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, Andy really struggles through that corner, and I'm going to have to get by him quickly. I can see Alberto's already passed Ashley as well, for good measure.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
So he just ran a bit wide there. It's helped me gain that position. Jim's got by as well. Completely crossed up there. The back stepped out. I've got Jim on my back again. Good close racing. Clean so far. But I do have some straight line speed on him, so... But with my temps overheating this much, we're going to have to stop. And I think the quicker I do that, the better it will be in the long run. So I'm already thinking to stop for dries. It's going to cost me a minute. We'll see what the lap times are, and then I can gauge whether it will be good to do that or not. 2:13s. I think as soon as it goes below 2:10s, dries will be better, but in a 30-minute race, losing a minute is never ideal. But if the tires overheat completely, like they are, I'm not going to be able to finish. So I'm not sure if we should take the chance or if we should continue. Looks like we're catching up to the people in front of us easily. They might be on different tires, I'm not sure. So there's a few things I can do to try and look after the tyres, but because it's both right hand side tyres, that's a problem. Yep. So just looking at the times, like we're on for a 2:10 here, and it's only getting drier. We've got, I just want to see if the tyres stabilize at least. If it sits there at 31.6, I'm okay to stay out. If they're going to go over, then we'll be in trouble. There we go, we're already going to be below 210s. Our pace looks good though. I think everybody's got overheating tyres, maybe everybody's on wets.
Gaining on the car heading sector 2. Fastest lap of the race, man. Good job.
Purple lap. So we're the fastest on the track at the moment. So I reckon everybody's got the same problem. So no need to pit then at this stage, I reckon. Tyres relatively okay. We've got a back marker in front of us. Let's hope he doesn't hold us up through here. Whoa! Tried to give me space there, but I did not expect that at that point, and that was almost a massive accident. Alright, let's regroup. We're busy catching the guys in front. Pace looks good. Temps have stabilized. I reckon we stay out and we see what happens. Can give these guys a bit of a run for their money. Make them work for it. Yeah, as we've got the saying in South Africa, when you stress like that, you're pressing washers, mate. There was definitely a few washers there. I did not expect him to give me that like gap there on the track of all places. Yeah, with no water on the track, I just hope it doesn't burn up these tyres. We're already very, very high. And maybe a bit too aggressive in there as well. Gonna have to protect the inside line here. Jim's got a really good exit there. Counting on the Bentley straight line speed to pull me through here. Yeah, made a bit of a mistake there. Hopefully that won't cost me too much in the long run. So I know we've got good pace, it's all just about trying to keep this clean. And I'll do what I've done there on that last corner. Still don't know what the name is, and it's not Lesmos, mate. Not the Lesmos. Yeah, I'll gladly work with Jimbo too. We both look like we've got good pace. Catching is one thing, passing's another, so yeah, I think we've got good pace. If I could just keep it together, I'm happy to duel it out with him later and not squabble over positions at the moment, but if I make mistakes like I just did, it's always tricky. So I think me and Jim both qualified out of position there. We both should have been up the grid. Something happened with Ashley, don't know what happened to him. We're behind Alberto at the moment. Ideally we need to get ahead of him somewhere in this race. trailing 2 seconds at the moment after that mistake. Somebody took out that brake marker, so that makes it difficult, to say the least. So let's see if we can close this gap. Let's do another 2:10. So as soon as I start pushing like I've just done there, the tires are straight away up to 31.7. They're definitely overinflated for this race. But as I said, hopefully everybody is in the same boat. And by the looks of it, it looks like Baz is actually holding up these guys in front of us, which is really good. Jim is really good through that section there in the current conditions. I don't know what tires he's on, but if any of these boys are on slicks, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm hoping they're all on wets. There is no intermediate tire. That would have been the perfect one. A lot of racing happening in front of us here.
Fastest lap of the race. Great job, man.
Let's see if we can get a good exit to get onto Blockade. Alberto just jumped him then. I don't know if we're fast enough. If we're fast enough, I'll have to dive. Doesn't look like we're catching quickly enough. That was close. Alberto has just taken the lead as well, for good measure.
Car on the right. Clear on the
Oh
right.
shit.
Got some light damage on the front of the car.
I'm not too sure what happened there, to be honest. And I don't even know how to get out of here. Probably the worst part of the track. So I've got a lot of damage. I apologize if I ran into Bailey there. He went very wide and I just took my line. I'll have to save a replay there to assess what happened then. We were all bunched up in the wrong place on the track and the cutting. So yeah, I had to sit behind I had to try and cut him there. He was very wide. Oh, it's alright, mate. All having fun, man. Hopefully there's no one's upset or mad there. It looks like Bailey was able to keep on running, which is good. I obviously lost a lot of time. Whew. How bad's the damage? 16 seconds of damage. Pointless stopping. Dropping another full minute when there's only half the race left. I think now we need to just see if we can get to the end. I won't be upset with you, Joper, if you choose to watch Jim's stream for the rest of the race, because it will be more entertaining. After I screwed that up. Yeah, that sucks. Let's see, you never know, there could be more accidents up ahead at some point. That was close racing. Yeah, through here I just thought the other track narrows there. I think the natural line probably made me go into Bailey there. So I probably am more to blame because I did take the chance, but he was wide. He was hung out to dry and I had to take that opportunity. But I think either the car stepped out or whatever, but yeah, I just ran into him. Ran into each other, I'm not sure. We don't have stewards in here and we don't need it either. I think I'll apologise to Bailey afterwards for that, because I did take a bit of a chance to try and get through there. But it's the worst possible outcome for us for the championship, because Alberto is probably leading. Yep. And so coming 6th is not good for points at all. It's really difficult to spot my braking marker there since they've taken them out. Somebody. Clearly I'm not the only guy that's had an eventful race so far. That corner is so tricky on these wets being so overinflated. I'm oversteering so badly in there. Just can't get the corner, the apex of the corner. Same with that one. So I have not done any damp practice. And as you can see there, we've got 10 minutes left in the race. It's about to go dry. So what I probably should have done when I had that accident is I probably should have put on dries and not fix the damage and hope that they all burn up their tires. I was just worried about losing a full minute. There's just so much time to make back up in only 15 minutes of racing. I think the positive I'll take from this is we were the quickest on track for a brief period of time there. And so I reckon we've got a chance in the next sessions. Just got to qualify better, that's on me. Get out first out of the pits. And then we wouldn't have the issue we had in quali. I also made that mistake on the first qualifying lap. So yeah, I have made a lot of mistakes already today, so can't complain. So I'll see what lap times Andy is doing. I'm not sure if we're catching him. It will be good if we can make up at least another spot there. 2:13s he's doing. Alright, so we're 3 seconds a lap quicker than him. So if we can get by Andy, that's 5th. That's better. So Jim is 3rd at the moment, Bailey 4th. So Jim got past Bailey by the looks of things. Yeah, Bailey qualified well, and then I think he probably has got overheated tyres as well, because he was keeping all of us behind. Probably held us all up, but Alberto did well to get past. And the cutting claimed me. It was just a big accident then. I'm so glad Bailey could still run. I hope he doesn't have too much damage after that incident. I've picked up 16 seconds or 17 seconds of damage. And that's the other thing I like about this game, is the realistic damage. Well, I say realistic, at least there's damage, and you can see it, like the bonnet's vibrating at the moment as an example, because of the front contact to the wall or to Bailey. Reminds me of Toka touring cars. That was an epic game I used to play on the PC. With the buttons, left and right and forward. Very difficult to control turn in. Not like this. So tires are really getting hot now. 8 minutes to go. That's 4 more laps. I don't know if we should have put on slicks. I reckon, looking back at this race, maybe taking that 1 minute pit stop right at the beginning would have been clever, because I think I would have been much faster. The track drying up like this, I spotted that and I didn't react to it. Trying to play it safe, which is what happens when you try and fight for a championship, I suppose. So that lap we didn't make a lot of time on Andy. He's still 3-4 seconds ahead of us. So let's see if we can at least get him. Car's not handling well at the moment. With these high tire temps, the car's oversteering, understeering, balance is completely out of whack. Which makes the problem worse, because the more you slide and slip, the hotter the temps go, the harder you push, and it's like a snowball effect, so the tires just spin up and become more hot. Understeering a lot through there lately, so I'm just braking a lot harder than normal to get through that forest elbow. So we've made up 2 seconds on Andy here in 1 lap. So if my tires are gonna last, I don't know. That's the $1 million question. 3 laps to go. I think there might be a few casualties towards the end of this race, with tires blowing out. I've never driven this race, or this game, with tires blowing up, going red. Is today gonna be the first day for that? I don't know. So Andy doing 2:13s, doing a 2:11 there, so yeah, catching Andy, we should hopefully get by him. Which will get us P5, if we're lucky. Will be a consolation, really. I think I should have qualified much better, and I should have started on slicks. I'll need to go and check the footage of that accident. I don't rue the fact that I tried to go for it. That's what happens with racing. You have to sometimes take the gap when it's there. Whether it was there proper, I don't know. Whether he lost control or I did, I'm not sure. I'll need to go and check. So look at those tire temps.
Slow car ahead.
Big problem. Big. Oh, there was an accident. Massive crash. Don't know who that was. I haven't been able to check yet. So Andy's just let me go as well, which I'm not sure what's going on here. Whether they've all run out of tyres or whether they just crash, I don't know. I'm not actually too sure what happened there, but I know that I've got extremely hot tyres. And I'm still 20 seconds behind the race leaders, which won't change. Got past Andy there, but I'm not sure why he stopped past the accident. Because we already passed the guys on the track there. Or if he just wanted to let me go, I'm not sure. If he did, thanks mate. If he didn't, I'm sorry. Woo! 32.5 at the back left. This is gonna get juicy. There's no point stopping. Doing a 1 minute stop now doesn't make sense. There's 2 laps remaining. So we're gonna have to try and get it to the end. So what I will do is I'm gonna actually set the traction control a lot higher, which is gonna slow me dramatically. But it will protect the back a little bit. And I'm gonna move my brake bias forward so that the brakes at the back don't get as hot. It's all small margins these. I don't. The front left is also, but the back tires are definitely doing worse for wear. So I'll probably just need to be easier through places like this. Hopefully the other guys have overheating wet tires too. So I'm going to just cruise here. Try and protect 5th and hopefully not have a blowout on my tires, which at this rate is not looking good. I'm slowing dramatically. This is such an epic end to a race. Oh, these wets are not enjoying this dry track at the moment. There's literally no damp patches to talk of. And yeah, I'm basically now not even driving the car, I'm just cruising. Short shifting, high traction control. Yeah mate, I've tried everything I can to protect the back, so I'm trying to take it easy. We'll see how it goes. This is definitely an interesting end up. I suppose I've got the option to go and pit, but I'm gonna stay out like everybody else and chance my arm. Just try and drive the car as steadily as I can. So as you can see there, I'm like high traction control, trying not to spin up the back. Very, very tough conditions. Great race, love the change in conditions. Not a great result. I reckon these wet tires are basically slicks anyway now, so yeah. Losing a lot of time to the guys at the front. I'm definitely not pushing them. I don't know if they are. I'm just cruising, trying to get to the end. I don't know what happens in this game when your tires go red. I've never had it, so alright, so the right rear has seen better days. Thank goodness my brake ducts were relatively open for this race. I think that helped a little bit. Great job. I don't know who won. It doesn't look like Alberto. It looks like somebody else won. Maybe Clockade. Silver. Picking up an outright victory would be absolutely amazing, mate. If that's happened, well done to you. Good job to everybody getting to the end. Wow. That sure was entertaining. That was a good race. One for the ages, even though I did not do that well there. Sorry, Bailey, if I caused you damage there, mate. I'll look at the replay afterwards. But I caused myself a lot of pain there. Yeah. So through the cutting, I normally drift anyway to the right, and I don't think there's enough space for two cars there. I had to take the go, and I tried to push the car to the left, but yeah. I just want to apologize to him here quickly. Well done, Brendan. That is a fantastic victory, Mr. Clockade. I'm drained. That was good. Yeah, I probably should have qualified better, and I should have started with slicks, or at least after the first or second lap done that, because making up that minute during the race would have been easier. But yeah, I had to try going on Bailey there because he was out wide. I probably should have been a bit more patient there as well. But yeah, at least we get another qualifying, so that's good. So we can hopefully start up the field. So Alberto just says that was tense. That was tense, man. That was a really, really hectic race, especially with those red tires. So let's reset. Let's think. So we've got another quali in a race. If it's dry, we're going to have to try and get out of the pits quickly. Try not to sit behind other people and make no mistakes. And hopefully be in a better position for the second race. I think we've got good pace. We can at least... it's a dry quali. I'm glad I saved tyres. How many tyres we got left? 2 sets. Yeah, we've used the first with graining. So 2 tyres left. So if the race is dry, I will need it. So I'm glad I didn't go out and practice. Let's see. I actually wished it was going to be a wet quali, because I think my pace in the wet is better compared to some of the other people in the dry. So let's see, Mr. Brendan, if he can put it on the front row again. Very, very impressive driving from the silver driver. That's amazing. So like with the first qualifying, there's going to be a 10-minute period here where the first bunch of boys go out, and then we'll go out with 10 minutes to go. So Brendan is waiting here, or he's busy drinking champagne, celebrating that victory, not sure. Having a... Wow, that was intense. I do prefer the Lexus of all the cars in terms of what it sounds like. Just listen to that V8, man, coming up the mountain. No dramas, mate. Thanks for watching, regardless. Good luck with the night shift. I hope it goes well. I'll try my best to do my best. But sorry I let the team down there, mate. You might need to find a new teammate soon. My other teammate crashed out of the race as well, so that's no good. Don't know what happened to Ashley then, that race. So yeah, time to reflect on our mistakes. Brendan is extremely quick. That's really, really good. I reckon he's too close to Sniper in front of him because he's got so much more pace. So this will cost him lap time. I reckon he'll have to back off and create a gap and then do another quick lap. It's exactly the same qualifying conditions as Saturday 9 AM. 19 degrees, green track. Which in a way is good, but I'm now so used to driving on red, wet tyres that this will be interesting. It was nice though to do a race that had some changing conditions in there. Starting in the wet and drying up. I've never had that in a race. So that's good. Good experience. Yeah, this is gonna hurt Brendan, man. I don't think he's... Oh, I'm checking. Is that Mark? I'm busy checking. No, I'm checking Les. No wonder. Bad commentary. This here is Brendan. That was Les I was checking because I was listening to the Lexus. I completely forgot. So he's probably on a ripper lap and should probably put it pole again. Maybe even front row for both groups. Oh, not a screech, not a very fast lap. Maybe everybody is still in wet mode. It's difficult to adjust once you've driven the track for so long in a certain way. To hop back in and do a hot lap on dry tires with low fuel is difficult. All of a sudden there's grip. So Darsk at the moment and the Audi is in the lead, taking a very wide entry into the corner. Mr. Barui, Dylan, great job, currently second. I think there's a lot still to happen in this one. I'm just going to get my setup right so long. So it's a 1920 dry again. I'm going to put in more fuel. I screwed myself before, I think, not having enough fuel. So I'm going to make sure I get enough laps. I'll use tire set 2. And I reckon I'll probably go trundle down the pit lane earlier this time. See if I can get out early. Just see how it goes. 3 more minutes. A little bit disappointed with the result, but it was a good race. And yeah, the little left tap there on Bailey cost me a lot of time because I collected the barrier, a lot of damage, and probably if I was patient, because he wasn't that fast, retrospectively thinking, sitting waiting through the section and then hitting him on Conrad straight would have been a much better strategy. Thing with racing, clever in hindsight. Ooh, it's a bit wide. Kept it. Well done. Don't know if that's probably an invalidated lap now. So Brendan, I think, is busy drinking champagne, enjoying that victory so much he's he's at the back of the silver field somehow. Maybe that was just a very slow first warm-up lap. And maybe this is a quick one. Jim's popped back into the server. He dropped out then. It's good to see him back. So let's see where Brendan's going to end up. He brakes so deep into that corner. Yeah, probably outbraked himself a little bit. He had a yellow on the track there as well. And he's just backing off. So he's under pressure. He's got 1 minute. So this will be his last flying lap, I reckon, to try and get out of there. So it looks like number 26. I reckon we'll be able to jump out right behind Dave. So I'm going to do this. Check where Dave's at on track and try and come out just behind him, sit at the back of the pits. There's nobody else on track on silver, so that should be good. I do not want to sit behind people again, so this time I'm gonna wait at here, and then I will let the tires will obviously cool down, but hopefully I'll have a clean track and hopefully put in a better quali. So that's Alberto right behind me. I'm not going to worry too much to warm the tires up badly. I want to stay ahead and have a clean track. So that's my strategy here. Kind of what happened then as I exited the cutting is what happened when I hit Bailey, I think, as well. The car stepped out, so I was trying to correct it too much. Build some brake temp here.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
So silver is finished. I don't know where Brendan ended up there because he was way down the pack. Hopefully he had a good last lap then. This car does not like hitting that curve at the moment based on my current settings. I reckon that was good. Good start to the lap. Just try and do a couple of clean laps and see if we can get a better grid position for the next race. Bit of oversteer there, not good. Probably asking a bit much, the car. Had to left there, not the ideal line.
Your lap time is invalidated. Please try to stay on the track.
Don't believe that. That was like a little left tap, man. Invalidated lap time. I was cooking on that lap. It's alright. Got a clean lap, clean racetrack, and hopefully 3 more laps if all goes well. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do 3 laps. There's only 2 more laps, so I'm going to have to make this count. Braked way too late then. Understeered into the first corner. That's going to cost me time down the straight. Alberto's lost it. hit the barrier again, but I think I should be able to get a lap time in here. It's not going to be brilliant. At least it should be a banker. Then we've got one more after this. Struggling, making a lot of mistakes today. That was a horrible mistake. So yeah, that's a really bad lap time. Bad lap time. Had my mirror hit the wall then, if it was even that, and it invalidated that lap as well. Track is really tricky at the moment. I know it's green, but it's not easy out here at the moment. Even with that mistake, I'm not a ton faster. Bailey did it 2:03.8. So, I've got to try and improve. I think I've got a second or half a second in here still. If I could just get a white lap in. Right, game face. This is the last gas. Let's see. Gotta improve. Don't know what the other guys are doing, but I'm half a second up, and that's better than not being up or a red lap. Gotta just finish this off.
Session is now
Third at the moment, a few more guys to finish. Alberto 203 flat. Wow, that's some sick pace. Ashley puts it on pole with a 2023. Great job under pressure, man. Alberto's still out there though. Oh, that's it. Awesome. Put the fan on. It's getting hot in here. It's probably because of all my mistakes and the pressure. Wet race.
Right, we have some wet conditions.
But it will not dry like the previous race, so it will be full wet the whole race. I'm almost happy about that, and I've got a setup for just the job. 55.22. Got a wet and a dry stop. Mate, couldn't get there, but that was a really good lap by Ashley. I'm glad he is giving Alberto competition. And jumps far back. I don't know what happened with him on that quali. I don't know if he dropped out or what happened, but I saw his way back in the field. Gotta try and stick to Alberto. Get as close as possible. If we can't beat him, do damage limitation, you know. Suzuka coming up next week as the final round. So, yeah. 1 minute to go. I've got a good wet setup. I'm feeling relatively confident in the wet. I muted and I coughed, so hopefully you didn't hear me cough. I'll check it back afterwards to see if that works. I'm running them a little bit lower. I can see there's less rain as the day will progress, and I don't want to overheat the wet again. So let's jump out on track. Another wet race around Bathurst, so this is the final race of this round. I've got Ashley on pole, Alberto in front of me, Bailey next to me, Andy, and then Brendan, who won the first race, behind me. So good grit, missing a couple of other good drivers tonight. Like Joper, would have been nice to have him here as well. Got Ashley teammates starting on the pole position. So yeah, this is set to course the game. Is yeah, thanks mate. I will try and have fun. I had fun the first race. If it didn't look that way, I apologize. It was heaps of fun. I just screwed up. Yeah, what I wanted to say there was with the Setter Corsa there's so much to manage, tire pressures and various things, and on your out lap, a warm-up lap, you're meant to get all your pressures up to speed. The best way to do that is just through cycling heat through the brakes. And then the brakes warms up the tyres, and yeah, hopefully that brings up the pressure. So for wets you want to be between 29.5 and 30.5, I think. And looking at my current pressures, they look already on temp, which is scary. Because as you can see, there's once again going to be less rain. So this is as wet as the track's going to be. Track drying out towards the end again. So we learned from the first race, this is not a damp track though, it is wet. So I think we've got good pace. We've got to be patient and see where we end up. At least we're starting a little bit better. I'm glad Ashley's in front of Alberto. Hopefully he can keep it there, and hopefully I'll not drive into the Porsche of Bailey this time around. First couple of corners always very tense, especially when it's wet. People tend to either brake too early, so it's super cautious. Just don't want to run into anybody. I think in this league we'll try and be fast, but we do want to promote some good racing. As you can see, there's already a dry line on the track, which is not good news. Yeah mate, I tried to do that in the first race. The problem is Andy was in front of me, and if I did, I would have just been into him. Yeah, I've been doing that. I've been quite sneaky on the starts before, just pushing the limits, but couldn't do it on the first race. I'll try my best. I'm behind Alberto. He likes to play a bit of cat and mouse in the beginning as well, so we'll see how we go. There's a chance to go around Bailey around the outside because I've got good straight line speed. I reckon I can get to... So you'll see here Alberto will probably hang back and then try and push it. So I'm literally just going to stick to my green delta. Not get involved in the cat and the mouse games.
Green light, show them where you go. Car on the left, clear on the left. Car on the left, clear on the left.
Tried to keep it clean, but I've got good pace, so let's see what happens down the straight. Cold brakes though, at the end of it.
Car on the right.
So I'm going to have to be quick on the brakes here.
Clear on the right.
Out on the pebbles. Let's come back, let's not lose another place.
Clear on the right.
Just kept it off the wall. Try and get Brendan behind us at bay. Oh, I had to come off the power there to not hit the wall. This is going to make me vulnerable to the Ferrari behind. It's such a wet track, I'm going to stick it in the middle.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
make it almost impossible to pick a line. Just defensive driving, so he's going inside. There's no space, I hope he backs back out. That was close to a disaster. Well done, Brendan. Have to try and protect this place. He's got good pace. I saw him in practice. He's probably the fastest guy on the track in wet. Ashley looks like he's struggling a bit. I had to try and avoid him there. This is going to get juicy.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That was close. I'm also under so much pressure from behind. Brendan's driving very, very fast. Ashley's into the wall. And again, I'm going to go for it.
Clear on the left.
Haven't even looked at the pressures yet, don't know what's going on, just focusing so hard not to crash. There's a good chance I might have to let Brennan behind me go, if he's faster than me. Looking for the wet patches. Keep these tyres cool because it's already an issue again. But won't be a bigger problem as it was in the first race. Yeah, so Brendan's driving beautifully, and he is very, very quick. But I've got a championship to try and protect, so got to try and get after Alberto, who's just taken Bailey for the lead.
Car is exiting the pits, watch out.
Gonna make him go around the outside if he wants to. I've tried that before and it's difficult to say the least. There's no grip out there, he's too far back. Move it over. Wow, he's quick through there. He almost ran into the back of me then. Wow, he's got so much pace. I am better off letting him go, I reckon. And then I'll just stick to my own pace. Because I'm getting caught up with him pressuring me, and he is genuinely fast. He might even take a couple of points off Alberto. If he can go all the way there. So Ashley is just behind him as well, not too far back, doing really well. Bit of a comeback, 5 seconds off the lead. Tyres are just too hot for my liking. But I reckon everybody's got the same problem, so hopefully that's alright. Epic battles going on.
Well
trying to cool the tyres through those little wet patches there. For whatever it's worth, I'm not sure. Ran into the back of me then, don't know why, it's a bit silly. Can't bump draft like you do in GT7. You hit the car in front of you and he'll spin, so not an ideal scenario there. Very, very hairy. I think I can be quite lucky that the Bentley has got good straight line speed, otherwise Brennan would have been passed already a long time ago. I'm also losing a little bit of touch with the leaders, so probably not optimal pace. Don't know where to push though, because I feel like I'm on the limit. 211.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Already some back markers to contend with as well, which I think is hardly ideal around this track. It's dried out a lot already. Tire temps already pushing up again. So it's interesting, we've got a similar scenario for both races. Starting wet and then drying out. I'm really just surviving at the moment, to be honest. Don't feel I've got the pace to mix it at the front. Just battling. Let's get some of this wet water, cool the car down. Temps are, I think, better than the first race, but there's still 20 minutes to go. And like in the first race, somebody took out those first brake markers, so that's very, very difficult. To find your braking spot there.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
So it looks like we're doing 2:11s at the moment. Haven't checked what the pace is at the front. We have lost 6 seconds to Alberto currently. Struggle to get my car to turn in there, and Brendan is on my ass straight away again. So I've got to protect that inside line there, the cutting, because I can see Brendan is quick through here and he wants to. So So very quick through that section. He's quick through the whole section, through the whole... Yellow flag ahead, mate. Calm down. Not sure where he wanted me to go then. I have to turn, otherwise I'll run off the track there. There's not enough space for two cars through there. And we had a guy in front of us hit the wall. So yeah, this little battle with Brennan is definitely not ideal. However, it's fun, but I've lost a lot of time to the leaders. And that's not his fault, that's my fault. I'm not on this pace. Definitely not doing what the guys at the front is doing, pace-wise. And that's why Brendan's catching as well, because he's very quick tonight. Which for a silver driver is just fantastic. Really happy for him. Dylan in front of us, he's one of the EBM boys, and he used to race with us in Trail Blazers, the GT Sport, GT7 series as well. It's normally a good laugh to have on the mic during a race. At this point I'm not even catching him. I'm really struggling for pace through a couple of key sections, and you can see visible. Oh, big accident. I don't know how me and Brendan got through there. That was as close as you like. Dylan, that was ridiculous. So it looked like I was going to get past, and then the car veered back on the track. And Brennan was taking evasive action there as well, trying to just miss him. We both got through there unscathed, but that cost us both another second or so. Yeah, that was super close. He's putting so much pressure on me, which is actually good because he's really keeping me on the limit. But I feel almost sorry for him because I am holding him up. He is in a league of his own actually tonight. If he qualified better, he would have been out the front with the other two boys, I reckon. He is that quick tonight. He seems... Oh, he lost it. He lost it. Oh, he's off the grass. Sorry, mate. That was not my mistake. He lost it there on his own. Gutted for him though, because he was doing very well up until that point. 4 seconds. Let's see if I can try and keep a gap there, because I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know if he got damage through that little escapade. Interestingly how one goes quicker as soon as you stop looking in the rearview mirror. Look backwards and you'll go backwards. You know, you've got to look at the track where you're going and just keep it pointing forwards. So we're already yeah, almost a second up on our previous race lap. So I reckon, I've just been looking backwards too much, but you can see there visibly 3.7, he was 4.5 behind me. So he's got loads of pace. The track has obviously dried out, so we all are going a bit quicker, which is normal. Also only until the wet tyres decide to give up the ghost. So 210, I'll take that. And I actually caught up to the leaders in that lap. They were 8 seconds ahead. So 12 seconds to go, 12 minutes to go. I've got to just try and do what I did then. What a difficult track. Oh my goodness, in the rain. Car's struggling for traction, spinning up those wet tires. I could obviously run different engine maps and more traction control and things, but I've yet to explore all those options enough, to be honest. And the only thing I can change once I'm in a race is really traction control and brake bias, so there's not much else I can play with once the car is set up. Just searching for water at the moment, everywhere. So Brendan's caught up another second, he's going to be on my backside fairly soon. Had to find a new brake marker there in the middle of the road. There's a little mark there that I'm using now, which is good. Since somebody took out the brake marker for us.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1.
Consistent lap times, that's good. So we got the Lexus in front of us, me old mate, off the handle. Hopefully we'll get past him without too much drama. Oh mate, you're a legend. Thanks Les. I think his name's Les. I think he's from WA. Really nice of him to let me go then. Because you don't want to sit behind those slow cars, especially during this section. There's also something error wash, which luckily in the wet is less of an issue, but following a car through there is difficult, as Brendan showed us earlier. I have not had too much of that tonight because I've been too slow. But tire's getting very hot again. 8 minutes to go. At least it's not dry. I think the track is still wet, which is good. Before it was damp. I think I used the wrong marker then. Just waxing lyrical about it the previous lap. there comes the white and pink Ferrari.
Personal best.
He just did a 209. So clearly he's got more speed. Let's hope we can keep him behind us. Valuable points in the race for the lead championship. Alberto is killing it tonight again. Spanish bull is just so good. Don't know where that yellow was, I couldn't see. They said sector 1, which I think is a bug, because I'm in almost sector 2 now. So anyway. Yellow flags are gone. Let's try and keep it off the walls. I just noticed Brennan's not in my rearview mirror anymore. Don't know what happened to him then, because he was coming quickly. So he's giving me some more breathing space, which I needed. Not a great lap, doing 2:11s, but I think it's because these tire pressures have gone up. Yeah, so Baz did a 2:09, but Alberto did a 2:11 too. So maybe Alberto also has overheated tires now. Fascinating that both races have the same drying conditions, which didn't come up in practice server once, so very unpredictable. And obviously not something we prepped for much, which really makes it a level playing field. Coming up to Urban Ghost here. Porsche. I just kept that off the wall. That was... And he's braking. Where do you want me to go, mate? Oh, so difficult to the back markers. Being very unpredictable. Sometimes you want them to just drive the normal line and I'll find a way past. When they do that, you just don't know what they want you to do. So it's probably easier for everybody if they just do what they do, and then yeah, let the faster guy find his way around you. But anyway, mate, thanks for letting me go there, appreciate it. The temps still are hovering in the same kind of area, so they're not cooking.
There's a slow car ahead.
Mate, that's like in another continent. That's probably how slow I am tonight. It feels like I'm driving in another continent. Yes, Kevin straight, that would have been awesome. Just come out of the throttle on the straight. It's a bit of a lonely race now. I don't know what happened behind me with Brendan, Mr. Clockade, because he had good pace. Good battle at the front. Bailey is really starting to put pressure on Alberto. And I'm taking seconds off their pace. Those guys are the aliens of the league, so whenever we get close to them or beat them, we do feel a little bit proud. When you're this far behind, it's makes you think your life choices, you know. Should I have spent 2 hours today doing this? I should probably focus on doing lap times and not talk crap. So looking at the clock there, I reckon there's only 1 lap left. So yeah, just gotta try and get this to the end in one piece. So far behind. And Andy is behind me at the moment, so Brennan's fallen back behind him. And Andy is 20 seconds behind me, so no threat, I think, from behind. Gotta just try and get this to the end. 209s and 208s. Final lap. And of course, why should we make it easy? Let's have a crash. 1 lap to go. Why not? Luckily that's not a bad crash. I think 5 seconds damage. I don't know where Jim is. I would have expected him to come through the field a bit more. It is a difficult track to overtake though, and with wet weather. I know he started way back, but he must have had a very interesting race. So we're on the final lap. Season 6, round 7. Wet Bathurst. I'll be happy to see the back of this place, I've got to be honest. Heading to Suzuka next. And yeah, if Alberto doesn't have really horrible race next time out, I think the championship is his. And we've got a lunatic in front of us, Glasso. What was that all about, mate? Hopefully he didn't do that on purpose. What is he doing?
Yellow flag is on, good job.
Not sure.
Leader has finished already.
That's all about. Well done, Alberto. Kept it in front of Bailey. That must have been a very close race. At least we get on the podium. Better than the first race, but yeah. Pleasure, mate. I'll try my best. Yeah, so that's the end of the first stream ever. I will probably see you guys in a week's time. Take it easy. Thanks for watching.